Well, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Folarin. Sorry, we're coming behind schedule, but we're here now, getting rid of the gremlins. So, Lagos politics is still very, very much in the news. Not to mention the social media, but of course, you know how to take social media information. It is thought that a lot of it is fake news. In fact, there was a video that was circulating yesterday showing Senator Oluremi Tinubu, actually endorsing Governor Ambode and asserting that he deserved a new, a fresh term, and that he would get it. But that video was from different times, it turned out. It wasn't a video that was made yesterday. Anyway, it indicates the intrigue, because on top of that, you now see that, well, the other Lagos governorship race has become a sort of a three-horse race. There's Obafemi Hamzat on the one hand, and there's Babajide Sanwo-Olu on the other hand, and of course there's the incumbent governor. All sorts of rumors. We don't know what to believe. It's even been rumored that no less than eminently respected Baba Adeboye reportedly put across a call, but no joy there, because according to, again, the Mail, Ashwaju explained that my hands are tied. I just want everybody to go out there and let it be an open contest, and then let's see where we are. Let it not be that I am the guy who keeps on imposing people. It is, what is the English for Somileno? Antife Somileno. Well, my guests are Dr. Jide Johnson, Deputy Provost, NIJ, and Olayinka Ola Daniels, lawyer and political affairs analyst. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming on. So,
it's a wonderful day.
It is.
Today is his birthday, so
happy birthday, Yinka. I'm not going to ask how old you are, because you don't look a day older than maybe 29, 30.
Well,
let's leave it there.
Like ladies, they don't share them.
Never. Now that's the modern thing. So, but it's a very, very serious day in politics, especially in Lagos State, because the way things are going in Lagos, I don't think many people would have seen this coming. As I just told, that story of the video that's been circulating on social media and WhatsApp showing Senator Oluremi Tinubu actually endorsing the sitting governor, that was from a recent time. I was told that video was actually from something like 3 months ago. Now, give me your impression, Jide. It's not getting better in terms of better being, okay, you are forgiven whatever it is you are alleged to have done. I don't know, nobody knows, not very many people know. So let's go back to, that's not going to happen, it doesn't seem.
No, the beauty of democracy is that the people have the right and the free will to choose their leaders. And like he said before we came online, 24 hours is too long.
It's a very, very long time in politics.
In politics. But the beauty of it is that we're having a conversation. Having a conversation in the sense that it has become robust. And it's a signal to everyone in leadership position to understand that the ultimate power resides with the people. And the last time we came on set, we talked about the issue of the direct primaries being returning power, the sovereignty of the state belongs to the people. Now we are seeing the beauty of democracy, that in actual sense, the source to power is the people. And we are seeing that people, in the last 1 week, Lagos has become very, 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 very interesting, and it's opening up, and it shows the evolution of our democracy. Imagine what is happening. Look, take the three frontliner, the three candidates you have mentioned.
Yes.
Look at their pedigree. Look at their CV.
Exactly.
They are all eminently qualified for the post. They are all eminently qualified, but it is one person that will be at it. Just imagine us having this type of conversation at the national level. We'll come later to the morality of it. Does the governor deserve a second term or not? But let's look at the contest. There must be a contest. There must be a primary. The route to becoming the governor of Lagos State is not a fait accompli, what have you. You've got to go through the process of going through the primaries, checking your acceptability with the people, with your party members before you get the nomination to fly your party flags, and then before you face the general public, the general electorate to elect you into office. And it's interesting. I wish we could have this conversation at the national level.
Oh, okay. Yinka, in terms of facing the people and getting what the people feel, APC seems to have a continuous PR machinery going on in Lagos. I would dare say, of course I could be contradicted, that the PR machinery of the APC in Lagos is that most APC followers, loyalists, think in terms of there is no vacancy. It's a done deal. It's a slam dunk. In Lagos, we predicate our confidence on performance, and it's become a lineage and so on and so forth. And so this is the song that Lagosians have been hearing. And if anybody were to say to Lagosians 6 months ago that...
even last week.
Even go as recently as last week, they would have said, you don't know Lagos. Yes. Well, who knows Lagos now?
No. Well, I think we the Lagosians, to an extent, we know Lagos. And we know that a time like this was going to come. For a long time, some of us waited to see today. And we're happy that it's happening. If, you see, a lot of people come to say, oh, some people are the one in charge of Lagos, they are the one that impose governors or whoever they, that is their own choice on us. Now, if an alleged person then decided to say, okay, fine, this is what you allege, okay then, the beauty of democracy is to get everybody involved. It's a government of the people, for the people, and for everybody. So now, let us go to direct primaries. It's open. No more some people going to see a few delegates and giving them some whatever, like tipends or something to come and vote for their own candidate. Then they said, all card carriers, come and vote for your own choice. Research your people.
We know all of this, Yinka. That
Yes.
is indeed the way it should be when all other things are equal.
Thank you.
But the aspect that you are not touching on yet is the surprise. Something broke in Lagos.
Yes.
Not many people know what exactly it is that broke. In terms of the relationship firmament. Eko is running, Lagos is running perfectly, well, as perfectly as any human can make it.
Uncle Yori,
but something broke.
I'm trying as much as possible not to get into the arena and not to assume, but I want to really talk on the situation on ground.
Okay.
Now, people may think, yes, a relationship broke. Something happened between Mr. A and Mr. B. And that is the reason why Mr. A is saying no to Mr. B. I don't want to go that route. If the incumbent governor...
He's saying no, to be strictly correct. He's not even saying no.
Thank you. He didn't even say no.
No, he's
Thank
never
you.
said
He only
no.
said go,
yes.
let there be a contest.
Yes,
that's all he has
let
said.
there be a contest.
Good. Now, if the incumbent governor has done well, and he feels, yes, to the best of his knowledge, he has done his, his best, as in to an extent. Why should he be afraid of the contest? We're talking about the people here. You're laughing.
I just want to add something.
Okay, please.
We can't incontrovert the fact that the incumbent has done well.
Yes.
However,
Tinubu has said so in the past.
You can't incontrovert
people
the
say
fact
so
that
till today.
the incumbent has done well. However, I said there's a lesson to be learned from what we are experiencing. The lesson to be learned is that in governance, there are stakeholders that you must manage. The source to power is the party system, is the party structure, is the party leadership. True. And the unfortunate thing, you recall, over time, I've always spoken about party system. Over time, we've seen leadership, people getting to public office and jettisoning the party. The party are critical stakeholders. That's what is called stakeholders management. You call it relationship management. How do you manage relationship? One, with your primary constituency are the party members. Your secondary constituency, when it comes to electorability, Your primary constituency is the party because the party that gives you the ticket. Governance is the larger electorate. So how do you manage these various relationships among stakeholders? Are you with me? It is critical to maintain your continuous survival in governance or in any business. You must be able to manage your stakeholders. So these are critical
and that
factors.
will depend largely on how you conduct yourself in
Exactly.
executing
So
your job.
because beyond delivering the goods for the general populace, it's like you are the MD CEO of a company. The shareholders, you are producing, let me say, table water for the general public. What would determine whether you are the MD or you are in the board of directors are the shareholders. Now, you know, at every point in time, there will be an AGM. How do you prepare yourself for that AGM? What we call AGM in politics is the primaries. That the party. So it depends on how the board of directors and the CEO are handling their relationship with the shareholders that will determine whether they will be elected for another term. So I think the issue has to do with relationship management. And we have also gone through this cycle in Lagos. Don't forget, in 2011, we went through this cycle.
Turbulent water.
This same cycle. However, at the end of the day, the incumbent had a second term. I think it's a learning curve. You agree with me that in terms of building relationship, Fashola was better than what it was in the first term, in terms of relating with stakeholders, in terms of relating with everybody, unlike his first term and his second term. Are you with me? So it's about, we will still boil down to it. There's no way we talk about this program that we don't talk about personalities, because it is people that you deal with in democracy, and you deal with people. So I'm sure if the incumbent gets the second time, it will be better off in dealing with stakeholders, because there's one critical factor that is missing. Because all the people that were saying we are coming again one more time, all of a sudden, all of them just disappeared.
Why would they not disappear? I mean, this is, let me bring that to you. Because, you know, in fact, that point that he made, now we're not doing, because this is part of the conversation between direct and indirect. Now, Jide just concluded there in that particular trance that where are all those supporters that we have been hearing about and that were actually acting, I think, on approval? They've all disappeared. So it comes down now to what Jide was saying about relationship management. At the beginning, the relationship was fantastic. And I asked the question of an elder of the party, what is it that turns fantastic relationships into not so fantastic relationships as the time goes on? Did you recall that Fashola went through this kind of a situation? I don't know, the particulars might be different. Now we have this other governor. It started off fine. He had all the support, all the goodwill. In fact, he probably still does have all of that. Because we must be very careful to say that he has not been bad or anything. It's just been said, maybe people don't like it or people don't expect it. Just please go and contest with, you know, other colleagues. You were selected, there are other people, nobody is indispensable. It's just that those kind of sentiments are not expected between a father and a son. I'm not saying that anybody is one or other, but you know what I mean. When we talk about political.
Yeah, very well. Before I get to that, you see, the other time when I was talking about if the incumbent thinks that he has done his best, you know, why should he be afraid? Now, I'm only being sarcastic about that, because seriously, a governor, even a president, rode on a platform, and that platform is the political parties. Now, the political party will not bring you to the office. Even we still differentiate governance and office. But then, when you come into that, you must still recognize these people. You can't say you are now the governor of everybody, but then your parties now become secondary to you.
But we don't have any evidence, unless we're just sort of extrapolating from the scanty facts that we have. We don't know that this happened, that he didn't.
Okay. Some of us we have some information, close to some of those corridors, and we know some of the things that transpired. And some of us, we want Mr. Governor that the path you are taking, I hope, don't think, oh, the people that brought you to this place can't say tomorrow that it happened to your predecessor, whatever, that at this time, you are coming to do the same. Be careful. Because when it gets to that time, this will repeat itself, and that is what has happened today. Though, if we break it into two, we say, oh, yeah, okay, go and contest. It's a contest. But then, if we need to really tell it the way it is, which some people are aware of, we know what is happening.
I see.
Unfortunately,
there's so many people know what is happening, but not everybody is at liberty to speak about what exactly is happening.
Well, people are just being careful. You see, you don't get them to just come and talk and tell you what is happening, because by the time, that's the reason why they call some information.
We had Professor Samuel here once, an elder in APC Lagos, and he said that, look, what cannot be seen needn't be spoken about.
Uncle Yori?
Because you have a problem proving it.
I'm not a member of any party.
Okay.
So I'll lay it bare. Ambode got, if you understand the dynamics of politics, Ambode got elected. You remember, the primaries, he won the ticket, based on the fact that he had the support of the 20 local government chairmen and 37 LCDs. If you understand the signals of politics, that's how he got elected at in the primaries that was held at what's the stadium in Surulere?
Onikon.
No, it's not Onikon. This other one.
The Surulere one.
The other Teslim Balogun. You understand the noise, the contest between himself, Amzat, and Shashore.
Yes.
Are you getting my point? It was. Now you also saw that playing out. So if you're a student of politics, you understand that the power dynamics, the dimension. That's why you see a lot of people, a lot of noise. Oh, they've not said they shouldn't contest. But if you understand the dynamics, you understand that the real grassroots base is like, what we say in Aluku, the real grassroots base are the people that endorse the form of Sanwo-Olu. It's a signal for anyone to understand that, something is wrong somewhere. Are you getting my point?
Because at that very point, you were saying that when somebody, scaled through, he flew through, you said it was because he had the support of 20 local governments.
The 20 local governments.
So if he could get that support, how could he muster that
support? And you could see all of that support now reflecting in another candidate with those people signing form.
So where did he get that support?
That's about
the 20 and 37. Where did that support come from? Why can't he call on that very support again?
You see, one endorsement will lay all these ghosts to rest. One endorsement. You see, we call it imposition in this part of the world. In other climes, they call it endorsement. There's a critical endorsement. They are opinion leaders. If you understand, their opinion. Just one endorsement from one opinion leader, we critically lay all these goals to. It's the body language, like we say, it's the body language that these grassroots politicians are watching. And that's why they've moved to one camp, thinking that, okay, that is where the chief endorser opinion is tilting to. And that is what is sending the signal, with the governor not get second time, it's a relationship problem. There will always be. However, how do you manage those critical stakeholders? It's a factor. And I think it's a lesson for anyone going into public office to learn from. If people did not learn from Fashola's experience in 2011, Asiwaju had to come to Akme to raise his hand up. That was what laid the ghost to rest in 2011. And we are seeing that cycle. It's just that the unfortunate thing is that the Nigerian political class do not learn from history. If you're a student of history, you understand it.
Well, Fasholas didn't get to the extent that we have now, because I was trying to imagine, I sort of visualized that picture of, as you said, Asiwaju raising Fasholas' hand. I'm trying to see Asiwaju raising Ambode's hand, but that's very unlikely, seeing as there are two other major
contenders. That's the endorsement I'm talking about.
There are two major contestants. So there are three of them, and all of them, so to speak, are Tinubu boys.
Yeah, that's
all three of them.
That's where the ultimate decision will still have to come from there.
Well, we may not agree that all of them are Tinubu boys, maybe at one time, because I'll still take Amzat out to say the clan of Fashola.
Is Fashola
hold on.
Can you excuse Fashola?
Yes, I will.
Way, I won't take that from you.
No, because
you see, it's the division we create.
Fashola is a Tinubu boy, Allah IBB boys. Not denigrating him.
No, not in that form. Not in that form. But we
so you are removing Fashola, and you want to remove Hamzat.
Hold on. We know vividly what has happened in the last 4 years in this country. We know there are camps and there are camps.
Of course.
Good. So now, if I'm saying I'm changing Fashola towards to the federal, and I'm taking Amzat to be more loyal to Fashola than Mr. Tinubu at this time, I'm talking about the next 4 years.
He's an Abuja guy.
Thank you. Maybe he is, because the other time when he went to pick his own form, his own everything was about Abuja. So he believes, now from Abuja, I'm going to get the support of Abuja to do this and all that. He had forgotten that this is Lagos we are talking about anyway. But now, coming back to us, sir, Mr. Ambode, like I said, 24 hours is a long time in politics. Anything can happen. That 24 hours, Mr. Tinubu can still come and raise Mr. Ambode to say, oh, yes, this is okay, but let everybody come together and we support this particular candidate. But I must state this. In politics, there are some silent people that are the machineries in those words, those local governments, all those grassroots. They decide. And now they are also loyalists to some people, some top leaders in the party. So now it's spread like that. There are structures. So it goes from that to them. Now, whatever, and don't forget that is local government from the wards and all that is where you get all these votes. That's how they count. You vote from ward to local government to all that. So that is how you get your vote. So by the time all this comes to those leaders, and I was in a polling booth in 2011. Sorry, it was 2007, the Ribadu saga, right? The ACN was Ribadu. I was at a polling booth, and somebody received a call, and it was telling them there that, omi tutu ti wale, eja ti ru, omi tutu ti, something like that. And I was wondering what the message was. And the next thing, vote went to PDP, just like that. So this is politics. So anything can happen. Now, those people are loyal to some people, and these people are the ones in charge. So even if you are Mr. President or you are Mr. Governor, it's not your vote that will count. We are talking about votes of millions, of thousands of people that will count. Who are these people?
Those voters have opinion leaders. It's very, you see, I can mention names. If you look at the people that attended the declaration of one of the candidates. Now, let me clarify this. You see, it is because of the fight for office that you try to create divisions between the children of a father. You can't incontrovert the fact that all of these people, Asiwaju brought Amzat from US, it was not Fashola. Asiwaju brought Fashola into his government. And these are some of the divisions we have created in Lagos that has not helped us. Are you with me? There's no way they can write their autobiography that there won't be a paragraph at least in. So all of these, they are all disciples of Asiwaju. They are all disciples of Asiwaju. But coming to the issue we are talking about, if you look at the actors, they are opinion leaders. If you play politics at the grassroots level, even if you come here to vote, which is the word, if you come here to vote, we wait for the leader, Mbonika Dibosio, they will ask you, where should we vote to? So the opinion leaders are a critical factor in determining who gets elected.
Is it possible that sometimes incumbents, I know they can't forget this totally.
There's a rule. There is a rule that says every president deserves a second term. You know, like the president, and nobody is collecting any form to contest against him that, because one good term deserves another. If you have to measure in terms of performance, you can't incontrovert, I've established that. You can't incontrovert the fact that Lagos is working. I've said it over time. If you situate Lagos as a country and you take Lagos out of Nigeria, you will know that Lagos will score better than Nigeria. However, there is a critical factor, which is relationship management. which is stakeholders engagement. How do we engage stakeholders when we get into governance? One thing public officers have done consistently since 1999 is that when they get elected into the office, they leave the party structure, the base that gave them the opportunity to power. And it's a lesson that must be learned by the incumbent, by whoever wants to aspire to office, that you can't let go of the foundation upon which you build the structure of your government.
Okay, now we're talking here about APC.
Yes.
But APC won't be the only contestant.
Very well.
They might think of it as our backyard and all of that. But sorry, there will still be primaries in other parties. There will be a general election. Is there not a sense where if this is not managed, then other parties, as they were, just, sit down looking, can now benefit from the fracas that seems to be going on within the house of APC. But let's look at that aspect of it when we come back for a break. Let's go to a quick break if that's okay. Then we'll be right back. Stay with us, please. Okay, welcome back, and we're looking at the political situation in Lagos, especially as it leads to the governorship. Electing a governor for Lagos, which is goes beyond primaries, because right now APC seems to be in the midst of its own situation. It's a three-horse race. There's incumbent Ambode, then there's Sanwo-Olu, and also Hamzat. So that's on the APC side. However, APC isn't the only party interested in governorship seat in Lagos. Other parties as well will no doubt bring out their candidate. Does any of this, do you think, help such people? The lack of, shall we say, unanimity, on the part of the party that, look, don't worry, as Ambode's people were saying, there is no vacancy. That kind of a thing. That's what they would have liked to be continued to say, but things are different. Might this favor opponents in the electoral battle?
Lagos is inherently progressive, and which party, even PDP, they are shopping for candidate. They don't even have people willingly aspiring. So they are doing a gubernatorial search, looking for who will get the ticket, which is
how about Otedola's name that was thrown up?
Which is
whether they're trying to persuade him to take the ticket.
He has not accepted and he has not rejected. Are you with me? And we can't be talking about an hypothetical situation. As far as I know, and to my knowledge, there's no opposition in Lagos. They are disorganized. There's no opposition in Lagos. Some have even played out the issue that, may we not have the experience of what happened in 1991, Agbala Jobi and Sarumi saga, in which Otedola benefited from. Probably history will repeat itself if the son gets the ticket. The father benefited from the crisis within the SDP, then the crisis between the PFN faction, led by Sarumi, and the PSP faction, led by Agbala Jobi, who Agbala Jobi was the candidate. Babaja Konde was the main leader of that function. But that scenario cannot repeat itself because all the leaders in APC today are united, and that's it. You could see that from what we said, the governor that had a lot of praise singers behind him, and that's a lesson. If you're a governor in Sokoto, if you're a governor in Kano, it's a lesson for you to learn. All the people that were shouting, we are coming back once again, we are coming back again, all of them just disappeared because we have seen realignment of forces. All of a sudden, people realign their forces. So the main power structure within the APC is united, is organized.
One would not or should not, knowingly take on such a structure.
Exactly. So if you
unless you do it inadvertently.
No. If you look, because one thing is, for example, I'm doing this. If I'm the spokesperson for that party, I'll tell you, every governor we have presented, regardless of who he is, has delivered. Is that not correct? So whoever we present will deliver because there's a structure. We have a template. So they had a structure. They have a template to deliver. Are you with me? So that's not a problem. So people trying to play that out are not helping the situation. To help the situation is for us to say, second term will soon end in 2023. Whoever wants to aspire can come and aspire after 2023. Exactly. One good term deserves another. That's my thing. That's my thought.
Indeed, one good term does deserve another.
Very well.
All other things being equal. So that we're having this conversation at all is because apparently some of those things, not to talk about all of them, some of those things are not exactly equal. That has led to this, and this is speculation on our part, because we can't really know what's going on in there. So we need to say it like that. There's a sense in which it's been said here that, look, who is worried? Well, if you've done the work, people have seen it, and go out there with confidence to a contest, and especially with the power of incumbency, where you have stuff to show. I did this, I did that, I was with you here, I went there for you. All of that, would it not count when it comes to the electorate?
Well, to an extent, we have seen things happen in this country, and we saw at the last election, 2015, 14-15 thereabout, we saw what happened. Even the Incumbency could not save Mr. Jonathan, with all the money, with all that we pour into it. Couldn't save him.
No, that's a different scenario.
No, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. No, I'm going somewhere.
Those people are not achieving anything.
No, I'm going somewhere.
Okay.
What I'm trying to get at
emphasize the incumbency aspect.
Yes, does not matter. Well, it's working in Lagos because, from what he said, there's unity among the leaders, the political leaders, and when you talk about the keynote of Lagos, they are all together. Now, so incumbency, not incumbency, if you're coming and these people, we have said it, 20 local government, 37 LCDA, if they are against you, how do you want to win? Who is going to vote for you?
One moment, please. Emmanuel in Oshogbo, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning, Okuyori.
Thank you for calling in.
I love this, your program, and I want to say thank you for this enlightenment and all you are doing over your program.
Thank you.
In my heart, sir, my heart bleeds sometimes when I hear a lot of comments about this direct primary or no direct primary and the issue going on in Lagos State, sir. I think the man on white and red cap is not really going straight to the point. I think I believe in the second guy, and I want to support him. We are Nigerians.
We are Nigerians.
No.
We know ourselves.
Very well. Body language speaks. If any political leader, especially somebody like Jagaban, says, this is where I'm going, we know definitely every of the followers will follow suit. Look at Osun State, for example. We have an APC candidate, which is Oyetola, for example. Sorry to say this, he's not a popular candidate. But perhaps because he has a very strong backup from Jagaban. That is why he won the primary election of APC. I'm telling you, for example, in Lagos now, if Achiwaju is going anywhere, if the body language speaks that it's not going to allow Ambode to run, that is what will be. Thank you for what you are doing, and have a blessed day, sir.
Thank you very much. But then again, thank you very much for calling in, Emmanuel. It's not about not allowing anything. In fact, it's about allowing not just my beloved son, but other sons.
Other sons.
Why would God say, this is my son? That's body language. That's demonstrative. This is my son in whom I am well pleased. Why did God say that? In this context, what he says is that he needs to say, this is my son, and that's what we call endorsement. Lift up the hand. If you lift up the hand,
no. I will not still agree. In as much as people are looking, towards that direction to say, Mr. Bola Tinubu
using him as a wind vane.
To say,
let's see where the wind is pointing.
No, I don't want this again. This is who I want. This man has not said Mr. Ambode should not contest.
No.
He has not said Amza should not contest.
No.
all of them went to pick their forms.
And he has not said somebody has not performed.
Has not performed, thank
No.
you. And all of them has gone to, now we were the people complaining that how come you are the one that imposed that, and he has said, okay, fine, democracy must grow. We want to move forward. And he has said, okay, let all the candidates that are interested come together. Let us have elections for them.
It's endorsement.
See,
there is difference between, you know, in Africa, we don't let us play the word. They call it corruption for us in Africa.
Yinka is a lawyer.
Use fraud.
Yinka is a lawyer.
They will call it fraud.
Thank you. You know, in a particular way, lest they have legal
I'm a communication person.
And you are communication.
I say it's an endorsement. An endorsement.
You are decoding what he is saying loyally. So you as the communicator are decoding the loyally talk that he is talking.
Mr. Tinubu is just doing a good work and is listening to the people. Okay, people, go ahead, let the people, because seriously, the sovereignty belongs to the people. And that's what he has done. Mr. Tinubu has said, all of you go for the contest.
You know, I referred to, you've also mentioned when Fashola was in office that there was this kind of turbulence as well. Exactly. But it didn't get to this extent. How much is the form for a governor in APC? I think, is it
22 million.
So two people have got to this 22 million expression of interest form. Ashwaju reportedly was saying that it wouldn't be fair if I were to ask those people haven't picked up the form to not run anymore.
You know what I've said? That there are lessons to be learned. We can't take that away. Sure. Are you with me? Yes. Look, Onguyori, before you enter a house, you will greet the Bali of the house. You will not be done. Before you go, exactly. Before you go pick the form, you must have done your
consultation.
Yeah. Can I go ahead? Shouldn't I go ahead? Are you getting me? If we begin to dissect this thing, you know, politics is a game of intrigues. It's a game of power play. We see a lot. It's the intrigues that has brought us here.
Yes. Anthony in Munich, Germany. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Thank you for calling. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, Uncle Yori.
Good morning, sir.
I would like to contribute to what you are debating online.
We'd like you to.
About our Governor Ambode is doing a good job. Nobody is disputing that. But the fact remains that you cannot just come in as a governor and rubbish all the people that brought you to power. All the people that contested with you as a governor, Honorable Tayo Ide and co, a lot of them like that, you brush them aside. And you are just doing as if there's nobody in the government. Ashwadu Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the one who brought this real structure to the government, which everybody is working on, like a blueprint. That is why everything is working in Lagos. We're all happy about that. But the whole thing that brought the legacy of Ashwaju on board, somebody is scrapping all these things gradually. The PSP, the car, and so on. A lot of things like that. It's not done. So that is my contribution for that this morning. I'm not saying somebody is not good, but let him come to race and race with others.
Okay.
It's as simple as that. If you are good and you are confident of yourself, go to the poll with others.
Okay. It's just that. Thank you very much for calling in. But I would have, because I also wanted to point out that look, that charge right there.
Have to wait.
Are you still there?
I'm still here.
That charge that Governor Ambode, brush people aside. I don't know. Maybe that might be your perception from outside. I don't know if that is based in truth. But I understand the larger point you are making. But when you now want to go to the particular...
The PSP.
Visionscape.
He took out and brought in the vision scope.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for calling in. Appreciate your call. That's the point of contention. One of the
beauty of democracy is political patronage. It's important. And I said there must be lessons to be learned.
Yes.
There are some mistakes in which the incumbent made, and he needs to learn. But tell me someone that starts to walk without crawling, without falling. And this is the first time this person is experiencing public governance. In his life, he has always been a civil servant. Now transiting to a police. So there must be a learning curve. And like I told you, compare Fashola relational skills in his first term with his second term. But the unfortunate thing about the incumbent, because we must tell ourselves the truth, is that he should have learned a lesson other than fighting. Are you getting my point? He should have learned a lesson. Because, look, what is called experience? Experience is standing on the shoulder of those people that have gone ahead of you. Are you getting my point? So, because you learn from people's failure so that you don't make that mistakes again. And government is and it's a lesson for anybody. You don't make enemies of your successor or your predecessor. It's important. It's important. It's because it's important because you may never know on your way up.
And you're talking about political patronage.
Exactly.
You know, it's very, very important.
On your way up the ladder, greet the people you are meeting. Because when you are coming down, you still meet the same. Nobody stays at the top forever except God.
Now, this whole matter of political patronage, I would have thought it's a no-brainer because if you come out of nowhere because somebody has endorsed you, I would have thought that, I don't know how it works. I would have thought the communication aspect of it, you can't mess with that. You've got to, maybe not every single thing, but you've got to be bouncing off, quote unquote, your leader. Irrespective of the fact that you are the constitutional authority. But because you couldn't get there yourself, and some people helped to get there, I imagine they will consider that you've sort of sidelined them from the team if things are going on that are significant and they don't know anything about it. I don't know how wise that is, but I don't. Florence in Victoria Island, good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Uncle Yori, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, man.
Yes, sir. I'm interested in the subject of your discussion, and I feel I should contribute my own quota, Uncle Yori.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yes, sir. Well done, sir. Thanks for a good job, sir.
You're very kind.
We appreciate you for what you are doing, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. So what do you think about the scenario?
Discussing about the Ashwaju Jordan Ambode.
No, about the primaries in Lagos, that now there shall be primaries with 3 people.
Lagos, and I'm going where Mr. Jide Sanwo-Olu.
Yes.
Are going for primaries.
Yes.
With the incumbent governor.
Yes, in an open contest.
So, yes, I believe they should go there and not it out there because Ashwaju has gotten many children, and I believe that people's vote is what to count. Let them go. Let the toughest man win. God, may God help us.
All right then. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Florence. Let all of them go and let the best man win.
Uncle Yori, there's a saying in...
But you see, the best man here, what are the parameters for best? Maybe that's a secondary question.
Okay.
Because right now, it looks as if the other 2 gentlemen, even though these are timber and caliber, people, yes, they've served in government before, they've been commissioners, they have experience. Ambode, in terms of the job that they're all applying for, has much, much more to show than either of those 2 gentlemen. You are saying that this will not necessarily count, or it will count, or...
No, we have said that should count, but is not even confident in himself. There must be something hidden there that is not known to us. That is 1. 2.
How do you know he's not confident in himself?
No. Why is he begging? Why is he going around to say, oh no, he wants that?
It's consultation.
Oh, it's consultation. Okay, yeah.
And we don't even have any evidence that those consultations actually happened. He is supposed to have consulted in Abuja.
He should consult.
Yes.
It's important. It's part of the beauty of democracy.
If Mr. Ambode could be governor of Lagos State, those 2 other men too are qualified.
Oh yes.
Looking at their CVs. Yes. Now we must state this clearly, sir. If the remaining 2 people comes with Mr. Ambode, and you see, I wish it's possible, and if it's possible for Mr. Tinubu to just do like this and look and let everybody go.
As a father, even as a father, you have your favorite among your children. As a father, you have favorite among your children.
There's a saying in an official environment that will say, see, you can be the best, you can have a first class, but that will not hold your job if you have a bad attitude.
Okay.
It will
okay.
hold your job if you have a bad attitude.
I get what you're saying. And we're not saying that anybody has a bad attitude.
No,
here.
we are not saying
I just
anybody
wanted to
has a
say
bad
that. But I've been
attitude,
holding on to Yakubu for too long. Okay. Good morning, Yakub. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Good morning,
He's a regular
Good
caller, so
morning.
you should wait.
Good morning to your guest.
Thank you for calling.
Let me begin by saying that may God Almighty Allah not take our loyalty as a former governor of Lagos State, as I said one time ago. You see, this patient is so dicey. There is no doubt about it. Ambode has performed incredibly well because if you look at what is going on in Lagos, we all see dividends of democracy. But security, let me tell you the truth, it's going beyond all those things that we are seeing. The politicians know where the true pitches when it comes to party system. If Hello?
Yes, we can. Yes,
Hello? I'm still there.
Yes.
I believe God Almighty Allah will let them settle or anything that is on ground. If somebody today, by peradventure, said I'm moving to another party, it is going to be very, very difficult to come back. Because the party structure.
Okay. That idea he floated. No. I don't know. It's not going to happen.
You see,
although he didn't complete it, he said if Ambode were to move to another party, there are people who have speculated like that, I think, weeks ago.
He said it may be difficult for him to come back
to
as a governor. Come back as a governor, that if he contests under another platform, in fact, that one may just make him a political liabilities.
You see what Yinka said the other time that I want to, even as a father,
you should have favorites.
As a father, fathers do have favorites.
But you shouldn't.
No, it's not possible.
You should give the impression that I love you all.
Even God does.
Yes.
He rejected 7 brothers because of David. What did they do? He rejected Esau, even right before conception. What did he do?
Man, boy, you know
are you getting my point? So
the point you're making is that there will be humans.
There's no way you can be neutral.
But Ambode was Tinubu's favorite.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Fashola was Tinubu's favorite.
So what happened? So when he was trying to say it's not his son, I said he shouldn't say so. So that's what we are saying. Some people are thinking that Sanwo-Olu is that's why they all rush to that side. I think what will be good for Lagos, what will be good for the progress of Lagos, what will be good for the political class, what will be good for the polity is for somebody to have a second term. Everybody make mistakes, but the most important thing is that we learn from that mistakes. And I'm sure with this experience, he will have learned some things out of it.
Since you said that all of these candidates, you quite frankly, they qualify to run.
Yes.
But there's the other matter of 22.5 million naira, I might not have the figure, that they have to the expression of interest from people of the firm.
Yes.
So that 22-point-something million naira in 2 places will go to waste or what? Are these people in there seriously?
No, they're for the parties. The money is for the parties.
So
the party, the form they pay. And they use the money to do the campaign and do all that for the parties.
Yeah.
So the money
what I'm saying is that this is an expensive project.
It is.
And it seems to indicate a kind of seriousness.
One will still win, irrespective of whether one will still win, whether one is being presented or the other. One will still win.
Okay. Philip in Yobe, good morning. Philip in Yobe State, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. Go on, please.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much. We are listening to your program. Yeah, we are listening to your program. So the lawyer, Olayinka with you there. So the Olayinka with you, what I'm hearing from him is not talking as a qualified lawyer because he is not a politician.
Don't listen to yourself. Please continue.
As a politician, because if truly that he is a practical lawyer, he is in his business. But these ones are people. These ones are people that we are truly bought by the Aswaju himself. So this is not how to do things. Because if we should do it, look at the governor himself, the governor Ambode himself. Everybody have given Ambode 100% due to his performance. But the way I'm seeing things, it seems that this is fight to finish because as Wajo, it seems the Japan is going down. Because if Ambode should go out from him, to be honest with you, the Lagos State will be taken by other parties. Lagos State will be taken up because if you're watching the way things are going, if they should go ahead and team up with Otedola, honestly, I believe that a just revolution on its own that is going to happen.
All right, then. Well, thank you very much. Time is not our friend. Really appreciate you coming in, Philip. Now, Tinubu has not endorsed anybody, but he's put 3 eminently qualified people in there to run for this race.
Thank you.
It's hard to fault. It might be that, but this is the whole point. It shouldn't be hard. I want you, I'm my daddy, I am your son, politically speaking.
Yeah. Thank you, Uncle Yori.
I want it to just run like that.
Uncle Yori, that one is in Yobe. Lagos has structure politically.
Okay.
So any other party cannot just come and just wave APC, away in Lagos and say,
completely run out of time.
Like,
We've completely run out of time.
I see Mr. Musa and
Yes.
I see the other guy, what's his name? I can't recall. I see them around the corner. I know you are not far off. Kola, Mr. Kola, I know you are not far off. So when they see the associate, those that have the ears and eyes of,
You don't want automatic ticket. Let all of them contest. 3 of them, let them contest.
Yes.
I don't want automatic ticket for Mr. Ambode or anybody. I want them to go ahead. Let have a contention, election, primaries, and we have
argument. And my closing argument is simple. Ambode deserves a second time.
do not
He's made
agree.
mistakes, but let him have the second time. We must not eat up the politics.
Dr. Jide Johnson, Deputy Provost, NIJ, thank you very much. And Mr. Olayinka Ola Daniels, lawyer and political affairs analyst. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Do have a fantastic weekend. So that's our program. Please have a great weekend. We'll be back, God willing, on Monday. I'll see you then. I'm Yori Folani. Bye-bye for now.